Wait, which steak? This is ridiculous. Yes, I agree with this statement. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd partly in your own time. Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. Oh, how rude of us. It's quite sure there is no need to detain you any longer at all. Ahoy. My esteemed gentlewoman, please be excused, Your Excellency. Huh, indeed. The death of the Coban was clearly perpetrated by this baby saddle sergeant. It will certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. I didn't go under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea stuns me. Nonsense, is it? As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Very well. Now the whole question concerning this witness testimony have been answered. I see no further justification for detaining her. Seriously, guys, Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? It is not time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just, something about Miss Brett's parting words got me thinking. Can't quite work out what exactly. But something that she said shared with me. Felt like there was a contradiction there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. Yes, it didn't. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Sorry? I'll think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett? What is it now? I'm afraid just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? A contradiction?
Objection!
Like he was eating like without a cutting knife, but you can clearly see someone chew it, spite it off. While parting words are you telling about your Ryunosuke? You will not shape it with a U. Hide a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such idea astounds me. Does it? And for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. It's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? You mean to stay? Tell me if it's this one. I swear to God, if it's not this one, I'll punch someone.
Take that!
The photographic print is seen immediately after the incident occurred. Why is it interesting the plate of steak that you can see on the victim? The steak of Miss Brett has been eaten before the procedure was killed. Yes, go on. The more accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. You're splitting hairs? Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where he's being eaten. Oh. I see you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no English man could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She refined English gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. It's clearly chewed. As you can see, there's clearly defined preparative marks there. Oh. Looks like Miss Brett has realized something. That is not the steak. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in steak.
Objection!
But what's your actual point? Perhaps the lights. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot be possibly waiting longer. Of course, of course. We'll be over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie to sleep. Bird enough. You irritating little spectable samurai relict. Oh, of course. Dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have I ruffled your feathers? Clearly the waiters know what it means. She realized the contrasting implication these teeth marks in steak have for her. Ryunosuke, you know where you're going with this? Oh, I kinda wanna be done, actually. Yes, now let's all come together. The steak is not the steak. The mysterious teeth marks in steak they had allegedly eaten repeatedly. The reason why the bloodstains know so someone be outside seemed to have disappeared. It's not the steak I'm looking for, most importantly. That is proves once for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. You said that these deep marks in the steak are a little unnatural. As you put it to the council? But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Oh my god, I want to punch someone. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt Dr. Wilson, who shot conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? It's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been... what? Well, just because it hasn't been shown yet. Doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. You say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can be. I don't believe it. You have it.
Objection!
I don't. But there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. Osonagawa? The person is willing to meet the piece of evidence I'm referring to. We'll solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conceived evidence will reveal the whole affair. Oh my god.
Take that!
Can you please give me the steak? The answer is obvious. Inspector Osonagawa. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Surgeon also told me to the court the following. He actually made a mistake. I enjoyed chopping my way through a goat steak, as well as admitting to stealing Korekuta-san's coin. He told us he slipped under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? What's the stake that you put a coin under? In fact, your own stake. Distinction! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she might be manhandling her stake. That was the stake that the detective submitted the evidence earlier. It was in fact Surgeon Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. That makes total sense. Jesus fucking Christ. I believe it was taken by the kitchen's table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't buy out her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. Even such a thing would be on the front of the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely you are not going to suggest the surgeons switched the two steaks over. Did he actually switch? Did he switch the plates? Well, after it happened, the bang. When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I immediately lifted my stake, hit the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was undercover police, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, I'd be getting my marching orders. So I went to gather the hair where I was taken off to the kitchen. I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I reached my stake with the one who had the insulated table. What? You can't have... I never saw you do such thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. It was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I told you. So yes, I did what I have to done. However, fear not, prosecutor son. What now? I swear on the brass of bottom of my uniform that all I did, that's all I did. All you did? As plenty, Sergeant?
Yes!
So, if Sergeant also switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brad's steak and the plate was on back of his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Early in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brad's steak after the incident, but also the surgeon's. As to preserve evidence, you had to be taken both. Ah. Oh, you shit. That's correct. So he didn't mean to do it. Okay, perfect. I thought he was a mistake of his. And please present you to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table, precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
Can possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat that can leave a slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not reeling your way out of this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgettable. Sure you remember the reason why the steak pan promise provides such a problem for you, no? You're the one who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the plate was confirm something the defendants remember seeing. So he actually, knows I was actually helping us by doing this. I think you remember? Because she will actually clean that up. Because she will probably take care of the crime scene. She wouldn't not check on someone else's table. The side of the plate that was on the table directly behind the tools. There was a clear sputtering of blood from the gunshot. The defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. And let's not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Then the beefsteak plate was originally victim's table to the time of the murder. Hosa, don't die on me. Yes, sir! Hosa, don't die on me. There is a blood. Sorry for keeping you. Hosa, you handsome man. Don't fail me. You said a steak. Also, don't fail me. Just re-examine it. Ding! Here, the cut. The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look!
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate. Shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing a table with his back to me. In other words, is it possible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim? It can be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. Ahoy! Yeah! Oh. The animation? Oh, done. Bad Japanese. Me? Bad Japanese schoolboy? No. What the fuck? What? Isn't that too heavy, actually? Oh, black one too. Lovely. What was that? She feel like she died? Okay. How heavy will that a swan have on your head? He will be at least 5 kilos, right? Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time for you all to call what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. She's actually going to tell us the truth. It was I who took the professor alive using Curer. You sir, miss, I chose the particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found on his water? But how do you plan for Naruhodo? How do you manage to pin the crime to Naruhodo? I don't know how much information you have. That's my problem. Is like, did you type it just happened? Because Curer is unheard of here in Japan. Do you know he was going to dine there? I'm like, how? Yes, of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of this water, and it will all be over. I will place the steak I ordered in front of him and make it appear as though he's been dining alone. I leave immediately. However, someone shot him. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That will be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Okay. It's not a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. Made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. But how the fudge you had 2 guns on you? There was no going back at that point. So he couldn't concoct a plan. Oh yeah, he used the professor gun. So sorry. So he concocted a plan and spoiled the moment. I plan to pin Dr. Wilson murder on this innocent man. I see. I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. Decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curer in my handbag. And my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? Yes! Jesus Christ! So I was right, it was 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed Professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Place where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, bang, bam, bitch. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead. You could act. The funny thing, nobody knew it was a poison. You couldn't say he died from natural causes or he had a heart attack. Like, you know, naturally the gunshot. Nobody will find traces of poison in his body, and it will take too much time for them to discover it. You'll be just, you know, out of the fucking place. I obviously assumed Naruto was the culprit and apprehended it. I dug into the pantry and that urgent the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chairs around. Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defender had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. That's it? Are we done? So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Now what? Now what? Do we... How is it gonna work? Your Excellency? Yes? I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? I guess she's gonna get free and scotched. I shall call on you. She's gonna get thank you, good day then, everyone. She's gonna get expelled from the country. They're not gonna arrest her, I think. It will make sense. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. Yep, that is the justice system. This guy just, you know, eats and murders someone in French. What happens? Doesn't go to prison, just got expelled. And he cannot go to Europe anymore, because same concept. I will see. This trial has been finally run its course. The prosecution is an agreement. This can be. Takuya Oshi does not lose. Not like this. Not like this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yes? His insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten. You become conceited with age, cousin, but they all have to stand aside and wait for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Aha! Wait, what? Oh, you retired him. Well done. 1,000 millennia may pass. Still, the Aochi clan will never measure up to Naruhodo clan. Wait, what? It's funny. The trial into Supreme Court of Japan. Well, I believe you go down in history as the start of a new chapter. Your country's judicial system. The reason why I say he retired him is basically, I think in Japan, when someone cuts your hair, especially when you have that type of style of hair, usually means you are retired. Usually mean when you are like a sushi master or someone really culinary. It appears something like that. You know, something like, oh, he killed himself because he retired or something like that. You know, it's a cultural thing. Despite being summoned as Taku's Ryunosuke Naruhodo presented as an excellent case. You cut your hair when you retire. I think I could be wrong, but I remember quite vividly reading a documentary on the matter during that period. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its door to the wider world. But the Western's idea of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. New future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asoki. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey on discovery of the illustrious British Empire, and all you can absorb everything of the wide world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. That was weird. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh yes, I have a prediction now. You, I think, how I can put it. I usually put that attention. Very much look forward to seeing you how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. I have a prediction. My fellow friend Kazuma is gonna be accused of murder. It's time to deliver the final verdict. Hereby finds the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty. Nearest ball to the game. It's just a guess. It's a prediction. I never as I told you, I never played it. So this is less smooth. I'm probably gonna edit everything accordingly. This court is now adjourned. Refreshing, isn't it? Okay, we know where we are. can't believe it. I can't believe what happened. I made it. I defended myself. I made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Katsuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place where you made University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work was certainly paid off. Congratulations to both of you, proving Naruhodo's some innocence. Your trusted judicial assistant. You're hard for the result too. No, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. If you had that research report on Miss Bradley, I don't know how things would have turned. To the worst. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing what as he asked. His idea for me to go to university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes. Mikotoba. Okay, can we skip the flashbacks? No, we know Mikotoba. Speaking of Mikotoba, there you are. With the conversation in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. No, it is I who should be thanking after all. Your effort exposed the true criminal. They took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. Was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yuna University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. First of all, I studied overseas in myself. I went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you meet Dr. Wilson. Indeed. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I never heard you mention that before. It was a long time ago. No, besides, he's dead. It's your turn, Asogi. What? Great Britain. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. A long time ago. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, law. Long time ago. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's age's melting pot. Long time ago. I will learn and I'll learn all that I can. Long time ago. Let's wear on this spirit of the Asogi clan. Now we all have Brexit and shit. You're not taking the sword of Great Britain, are you? You cannot take the sword. Of course I am. Oh, God. Take the sword. A Japanese man katana is a sword. This blade shows me where I need to go. I'm gonna use that sword, isn't it? Because I need to add it in my way. I feel like my jelly, don't get me wrong. I feel like my jelly. Yes, I definitely see how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Someone who's gonna get killed by this sword. That reminds me what happened to the woman. To the real Brit. I mean, after all, she was keeping money. Oh yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but what do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's not true culprit after all. She'll be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. What? What, Shanghai? His Albright will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of it. What? But why now? Affairs of consular jurisdiction, exactly. They cannot touch her. The same concept goes almost everywhere. There's someone in Japan actually, one guy from Japan that actually happened. He just got extracted from the country. Inspector Hosonaga. Hey, handsome. You were very cool, by the way. It was hard for a battle in the courtroom today, but impressive to watch. I must congratulate. But that's all. This about consular jurisdiction? We don't have a jurisdiction. Well, Japan doesn't have jurisdiction. We cannot try this particular foreign for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can try her? But then, who's going to bring her to justice? Shanghai is a British colony, so Shanghai will make sense. A British consular court will hear her case somewhere far away here, where our voice can be heard. But why a consular court? Perhaps I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now, besides the French treaty. Yes, in almost circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident, or highly political nature, or a prospective government, they can invoke consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Maybe it is. Yeah, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government making her secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. Miss Brass can be held accountable for her action here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of coming boobies for her. You won't believe it. The British government, Foreign Affairs Ministry, has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brandt. Of course they would ask for it. The government is taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. How to make you hate another country very quickly. This is a good job. What's going to change from now on? We can make a change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. Well, they have no doubt. We are in the 20th century, so 19th? I guess it makes sense. It's after probably Second World War. I'm guessing. I don't know. The woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming. We are the one driving it. Ahoy. Well, I think it's enough seriously for now. Yeah, I wanna be done. Anything called for celebratory drink. Professor! Right, there's no time to gloomy faces. We shall be celebrating Ryunosuke no guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. Let's not eat in this restaurant, please. No. Why are you suggesting that? You might suggest the carnival. As the head waiter, I should be right to provide you with an ample food and drink. Oh, you're Detective Hosonaga-san, aren't you? I'm very worried about him. He's bleeding so much. Don't worry about details for now. To la carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. The carnival food is second to none. Why have the feeling that the professor's gonna die? I shall go to attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san release. Oh yes, thank you. She will help us. So there's a reason why she helped us. I think the reason why the father died. So she has free reign about, you know, going to help us. She was a very important character. So she's help rat won't be trying here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. I guess there's a really good reason. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke. I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today. Did do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, aren't you? The fence was all your work. Your skill made a difference. Though one day I'll bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. How come? To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that time. Couldn't help thinking that maybe you are the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. Oh my god, Deez is a great friend, man. He's a good friend, man. Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right to the very start of the trial. You have a natural talent for it. Be a defense lawyer, me. Oh no, not me. Or the tense verbal combat. I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I couldn't trust. I knew I could trust you. I couldn't trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. You know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe! To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them all the times. Now you believe at me when I said I didn't do it? I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superpower, some human ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in to stick, and stick to it when you are defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner, being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in that. And even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person, being your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situation time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing me. Which is basically believing yourself. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually. Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is it? Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. Arrange some rickshaws for us? Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Favor? What is it all about? Let's pick up this conversation again later. I feel I will not have this opportunity. Plot-wise. You should be celebrating right now. Your first cool victory. Your study tour of Great Britain. Don't forget it. I feel like something's gonna happen to him which will lead you to go to Great Britain. Yes, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm basically telling you the whole thing. Even though I'm just guessing. So my very first trial into the land. Katsuma. Professor Mikotoba. Suta-san. One of the two previous characters I think is gonna die. I hope not Hosonaga. We didn't really play much of a part, but still. He was handsome. He was sexy in that moment. It was because of how I spoiled all these people that I managed to get through that trial. He was handsome by doing that. But more importantly, what the hell is that? Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Yeah, I believe he's going to ask me to go to Great Britain. Instead of him, maybe, or maybe together. Defense debut, achievement look. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the dealio right now, right here. We're gonna end the episode right now, right here. They don't pay me shit to do this. Why am I doing this? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, or do whatever the hell you want to do. And we'll see you around very, very soon. Goodbye.